Hello all, and thank you for selecting Midnight Cruiser 11. I've not done one of them for a wee while. So I've just worked like 6 days in a row. That's 4-day week duties. So it's basically 5 days work compressed into 4 days, 4-day work duty. So I've done 6 of these days in a row. Now I get my 6 days off. Sometimes I do 7 days in a row, but this particular one it was 6 days. So I finished at 25 to midnight. It's now 1:15 midnight, as you can see. And I'm going away to do I have no idea. I was thinking about it all day, where to go for a midnight cruise. I haven't done one for a while. The last one was when Struan and Kieran were here, but done road traffic roundabout explorations. Explode one of the roundabouts. But today, I just thought of it today, what to do like. I always meant to get around to doing one, because I hadn't done one for a while. And it's just, for the life of me, I just cannot think where to go. I have absolutely no idea. You know, that kind of like brain fog or whatever it is. I just couldn't think anything. The weather wasn't really that great, as you could probably. It's a bit murky as usual, but I'm not really bothered. It's Thursday, the 27th, I think it is, July 2023, and it's you would think it's it's summer, but you wouldn't tell either way, because at midnight it's it's going to be dark anyway. But so I'm just going to literally wing it. I have no idea where I'm going to go. I haven't done for a while, so I'm going to have to do one of them. So it's unlike the in-car series where I have the dual recording. The Midnight Cruise, I'm just going to have the forward recording, the forward camera. So you'll get all the view, the windscreen views. It's not an in-car series where you'll get like primarily like what you're seeing in a wee caption of the road. The Midnight Cruise is about the actual where I'm driving to, cruising about after midnight. So I could say after midnight, but after midnight could be 6 PM, 6 in the evening. It's still after midnight. So I've got to say a little after midnight, in the small hours, shall we say. Because I could say midday is after midnight. 1 minute past midnight is after midnight. 23:59, 11:59 PM is after the midnight previous. But it's just referred to as, when I say after midnight, a lot of people assume it's just after midnight, it's small hours, but technically it could be any time after midnight, right up until 11:59 PM the same day. But but it's 11:15, it's quarter past 12 at night, and small hours. So I'm going to just do a wee one of them. I'm going to be a bit out of touch with it because I've lost the format. I've not done for ages. So right, I'll get the camera put on the stand. I'll go for a wee drive to God knows where. No idea. I'll keep it within about an hour. So I've set the camera to the forward view to get as much of the road as possible, because, as I say, it is actually a midnight cruise. Unlike an in-car series, it's the midnight cruise. So I'm just getting stuff set before I go. So I'm going down Charleston Drive, heading for Spey Drive. In fact, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go right down Charleston Drive, and I'm going to go by the north part of Nine Wells Hospital, maybe explore a bit of Nine Wells Hospital grounds. Well, the road going across the top anyway. Let's just say I'm just literally making this up as I go along. Absolutely. I was thinking about it all day on my shift. So I was thinking about where I could go, what I should do. I haven't got a clue, so I just literally just making it up as I go along. So there's obviously areas where I'm not allowed to drive a car technically, so I'll just stick to the legal. Obviously I'm used to driving through there in the bus, but that's allowed because it's for the car. There's certain areas of the hospital that's not home for the it's just restricted to bus lanes and stuff like that. But, so I'm just going to, although a lot of cars do tend to go up the areas where it says buses only, I won't be doing it. I'm certainly not going to be recording myself doing it. So Nine Wells Hospital, it's just on the right hand side, and that's the road going along the north boundary of it. So just literally making it up as I go along. I've not really got a plan as to where I'm going. So I was thinking about ideas, but nothing was really sort of appealing. So I just said, come up, we'll just start where I normally start, and just go where the wind takes you, so to speak. To Dundee after midnight. It's quiet. Actually, it looked quite interesting down there. In fact, I'm going to do a U-turn because there's nothing here anyway. So, well, I'm not going to do a U-turn because that Skoda Octavia is quite a long car, so it'll be a 3-point turn. Because I just thought of something there. As I say, I'm just making this up as I go along. And that is the police, isn't it? It's coming that way. Bet you a tenner that's the police. No, it wasn't. Oh well. Well, if it was unmarked, but usually that's what happens, yeah. So I was going to have a wee nosy down here. I looked at the boiler room, the boilers and that. I remember back in 1986, the big chimney, I used to walk about here with my mates and oh wow, look at that, that's pretty smart. Tell you what, I'll show you this. One thing is, with the oh, it's because it's compressed air. I think you can see that sort of smog. It's kind of ghostly, does it? It's carbon dioxide, I think. What is it? Oxygen. It's something that's obviously heavier in there, so it's. Oh, well, so I better not hang about here too long because I'd be wondering what the heck I'm doing, you know. Tell you what, no, I won't. I'll just go back now because I'm going to. Liquid oxygen's in these big tanks here. It just looked quite. Oh, I saw it. Come on, they could question me if they weren't in just having a look because it looks quite impressive. I mean, surely at Christ they're going to know that I'm not up to anything. I've got my full face in view with number plate on my car. All I'm doing is saying, look, I'm just going to show you that. In fact, I'll get out and I'll show you closer. I just look pretty impressive. So obviously standing amongst it now. There must be something the way it's reacting with the moisture in the air. It feels a little bit colder. It's obviously safe. I mean, you're not going to go right up to it obviously and start mucking about because you can see it's cold on there. I'm not going to start probbing my camera in there either because I will get questioned, especially at this time of night. So that's just a wee look, so let's get out of here before security start wondering what they're fucking doing. And that's a big chimney I was on about. Right, that'll do. I thought I'd just show you that. So, I mean, and obviously I'm not going to be a bloody terrorist, get what I mean? I'm going to stick it on YouTube and I'm going to hang about with a full facial with number plates showing and playing in, well, I may say broad daylight, isn't it? Is it? No, I'm just saying, look, that's it. But this day and age, you know what it's like, Right, let's continue on with the midnight cruise. I don't know where I'm going to go now. God knows, I'll just I'll head down that way to see what happens. I didn't expect to look at that, so I might go towards the I don't know, industrial estate or something. I've maybe been that way. We'll go down Riverside. I might have a look at the, don't know, I might go by the docks. Come on, we'll see. I'll just be on the move. I'll make it up as I go. I'll think when I'm driving. Right, that'll do it. So just try to get the camera to the maximum forward motion, because it doesn't need to be facing in towards the car, because it isn't an in-car series. It's Midnight Cruise, so it's full screen for. Unfortunately, that wee bit there at the corner, this bit here is the bracket. I can't get rid of that. Unfortunately, I don't got a solution yet to get around that problem. But what I've got, that's all that's available to me at the moment. So unfortunately, I just have to go with that. God, it feels weird and kind of like felt lost there for a minute. So I wonder where the hell I was going now. Right, that's close as a footbridge over there. I'm just going down 9 Miles Avenue. Yeah, I was thinking of going towards the sort of the airport area. No, I really am getting myself into serious trouble. I'm not going to hang about the airport. I'm just going down by Riverside Drive. I just wanted to have a look at it's basically the car park where the Riverside Inn restaurant is, where you got a great view of the landing lights. Certainly the last time I was there, I'm sure I was able to see that. So it's something quick and easy to get to, and thought I'd just go there for the suggestion for the video like that. Because as I say, I'm just no idea, I'm making up as I go along. I've not done one of them for a while, so I think one of my commenters asking when I was going to be doing one again. Said I would, so here I am doing one. As I say, I'm not always going to be making more of these. It's just, you know, sometimes I just kind of think places where to go. But I've got other ideas. The ideas are certainly not appropriate for the night, but places I'm thinking of going to maybe a different city after midnight, like some Perth, small towns as well, nearby towns. But I just can't be bothered doing the night because I've just worked 6 days in a row and I've finished my shift. That would probably be for one of the ones where that's a day off. And then I could be there already, and then, you know, for something else, and then I could stay there till midnight and then do the midnight cruise there, rather than drive from Dundee to a different city. It's not always happening to be there late for whatever reason. I've got a holiday, my summer holidays late in August, so I'll be planning on going to Wales, Swansea area. So I could maybe, if I'm out late, maybe do one of them, the midnight cruisers down that way. Going along Riverside Drive now. Heading in the direction of the eastbound, towards city centre, towards the Riverside Inn restaurant. I'll probably drive via the airport, you know, just pass it like when I finished my shift one time, a few weeks back, maybe a couple of months ago, a few months back, I went and stopped. I sat in that car park, you know, I drove there after my shift, and it was dark, nice, chilled out. I was listening to my audiobook, and I just rolled the seat back, and I was able to see airport. There was other times I was there when it was, it was in the evening. It wasn't dark, but it was just sort of quiet wee car park bit to chill out. I was thinking I had a look at that sort of industrial estate, whatever it is, that sort of factory or something. It's not a factory, but it's maybe a warehouse or something on the right there. The Riverside Business Park. I was thinking of maybe having a look there. I could probably drive down so far, but that's the Riverside Inn restaurant on the left. But what I was thinking of doing is having a look at this Amazon. So you can only get so far. I mean, I know for a fact that I can't drive right in, so I can only just sort of go a wee bit along here and then just do a 3-point turn. See, this is it. But I'm on the business property, so I can't really film any more because it's sort of getting into the private area. So I've got to just do a U-turn. Now this is see, that's security there. So I'm just going to turn now. So I guarantee you know, obviously, you'll know that. So just wondering what I'm doing. Yeah, just as I was turning, I saw him getting out, and just getting out, but got back in again. He wasn't. Obviously, probably used to people coming and turning. That's exactly what I was doing. I was just being nosy, really, see what I was like at midnight. Well, there's a landing thing. It's the one-way strip on the right, and heading into the car park, the Riverside Inn car park. You might be able to see the airport. We'll go. Actually, I'll get out when I get to the end here. The boundary fence on the right there. It's a wee dark corner bit at the end. That restaurant, it's got like, it does no bad meals, but there's seating areas with sort of like this wee sort of private TVs in the seating booth areas in there. I was in there a wee while ago, and I noticed that. I was like, whoa, you got wee TVs, individual tellies for your, the seating booth area. Plenty of rabbits out. So that's boundary fence for the airport. It's really good. Maybe out for a bit. I'm not going to spend long here. So I'm not going to spend any time here. I'm just quickly show you what it's like here at this bit. There's Dundee Airport, seen from the car park of the Riverside Inn. Runway strip. It's a shame, they used to do flying lessons, but the business is no longer. Unfortunately, you used to be able to pay a couple of £100 you get an hour on the plane, and you were allowed to well, the pilot was obviously there, but you were allowed to take shot of the controls. It was for flying lessons, but I used it mainly for sightseeing. It was only earlier this year that it closed down. It's Tayside Aviation. Certainly from the information that I got, I was inquiring about it. Me and my mate were thinking of going on one of these flights, the flying lessons, and I went and checked online. Companies went into liquidation or something. It's basically no longer, and that was after since 73 I think, or 72, 50 years. Tayside Aviation flying lessons. It's a shame. It must have been about three times I've been with them over the years, just treating myself to a novelty flight. First one was in 1999. In fact, that was the very first time I'd ever been in a plane in my life, was summer of 1999. It was with that flying lesson at the Dundee airport. I think it was £200 for an hour back then. Or was it maybe 150 or something, I can't remember. And then I had another flying lesson. Took my young brother with us. That was a later, oh gosh, that was 5 years ago. It was about 200 quid. That was the second time. There was another time as well between that. I think there was a 2013, I think, or 2010 or something. Oh God. There was 1999 and there was a time after that, and then there was the most recent one about 5 years ago. So about 3 times anyway, and I was planning on going again this year with my mate, but it's no longer available, sadly. So the nearest one is Perth that does these lessons, and it's a lot dearer, considerable dearer. So from the research that I've done anyway, I found it to be dearer. So I'd like it to be cheaper, but I'd like it to be, I couldn't afford it, it's just too much, I don't have the money for that, so I'll just have to make it another, save up and do it another time. But unfortunately I was looking forward to doing that mainly this year. But there you go, that's an image view of the Dundee airport at, not much going on obviously, 25 to 1 in the morning. It's the Riverside Inn. I do a nice meal in there. I was in there with my, probably a year or so ago. Went there with my friends and got a steak pie. And I say the booths, the seating areas got their own TVs, or certainly some of them did anyway, because we have our own sort of TV. There's a train. You might just hear that. You're not going to see it, but you'll hear it. So let's carry on with the midnight cruise. As I said, just literally making it up as I go along. I think what I'll do is I'll go towards the... that's made it worse. Hang on. I think get a lot of these street lines going across here. I thought there was something on the lines. Now the light goes off. Right, I'm going to go towards the Standard Gate and have a look at the Standard Gate at this time of night. That's going along Dock Street. So I'll record a journey for you. So it'll be the forward view again as usual. So I'll just get this all set. First of all, I have to put the lights on so I know just where the cameras point. Because it's pitch dark and I wasn't knowing just what was going on there. So it's a bit misted. So I don't know why that the windscreen's getting all thingy there, because I haven't got the air conditioning. It's just the... Right, let's go. There's a lot of condensation in the air. It seems to be an awful lot of condensation. It's steaming at the windows. There's a lot of condensation. We've only stopped about 5 minutes. Windows are all... plenty of rabbits anyway, as you get that on view as well. Loads of them. Loads of them. like I say, the bloke at the security guard wasn't disturbing or anything. It just that bit where it turned. I think it seems to be a common turning point. That's why it's there. So they obviously expect a lot of that. It was just simply going in, just turning and come back out again. And that was it. I just saw obviously TV monitor and that'd be a security bucket. They'd be probably used to deliveries and that. You know, probably thought I was a delivery driver or something. No, there wasn't any harm done. I just went, just seen this going in there, turning and coming back out. It was Amazon. I couldn't have minded just where it was, but now I know it's the Amazon warehouse distribution centre in Dundee. So I'm heading along Riverside Drive. In fact, I've had another wee thought. I might have a wee look at the rail bridge at this end, the Dundee end. I've got to be close up at the rail bridge at 1:45 in the morning. I'll show you that. En route to the Stanner Gate. I think that'll probably enough. So so we'll get parked on just up the left there on the road to Mangling Green. I'm just going to park there now. So it's not double yellow lines or nothing, so it'll be fine to stop here for nothing wrong with that. Just leave the window open a tad so it doesn't steam up again. There's nobody around. Doesn't appear to be, that doesn't mean anything. I'm wrong for a start. So I'll put the internal alarm on anyway, but just with it now. I shot the car anyway. Oh, and at the rail bridge end, the Dundee end, I'm going to have a wee look at the big girders and that, and the archways. Oh God, is that? I thought it was just, I wasn't sure if there was somebody in there or not. Right, let's get on with it. So now, if this was during the day, you wouldn't hear a thing. The traffic on that Riverside Drive is really busy. You wouldn't hear it. It'd be really such a racket. So doing it at this time in the morning, you hear a pin drop. It's quite eerie with that archway here. So I'll turn this. Well, it looks like they're doing work on it. I'll go and turn it around and start showing you. So like I say, this Riverside Drive, it would be such a racket. Riverside approach. Back and back. So I'm going to get over here. Now I've got to be careful I don't distract the drivers, because I don't want to stop people going about on the road, so I'm going to have to avoid distracting anybody. Put that light off for a start. Yeah, you've got to be sensible. I mean, I can't distract them because they're not expecting to see people here. They'll be wondering what I'm doing, and then I could, distract drivers. So I've got to take that into consideration. As I say, you could never get peace to do this during the day. There's no way you'd get peace to be here at night. During the day, it's far too busy. It's pigeons or something. Put the light on, but I didn't want to show the light towards the road because it's easily distract the motorists, the few motorists that are about, especially when it's night, because then they focus in on what's little. I mean, if you see someone, you're going to focus in on it. During the day, you wouldn't look twice, but you're going to be more fixated on something that's going on at night. So what I'm going to do actually, so I don't want to distract them. So I'll get that light off again. I can hear a car coming. So that I don't want to draw too much attention. But if you did this during the day, you'd almost certainly be deafened with the racket of the traffic. It'd be dangerous, and it would really be distracting. That would distract, because this road is such a busy road, and you'd be wondering what the hell's going on, you know. But anyway, this is just a wee close-up of the Terry Bridge at the centre of Riverside Drive. There's so much bird shite on the road. All these motorists will be wondering what the fuck I'm doing, but never mind. Frankly, couldn't give a monkey's fart. Title to be here. Oh shit, somebody did. Right, okay, I'm gonna just, what I'll do is I'll go over that way, because I don't want to be bothering anybody. I think what sort of lunatic is this? Oh, there's a big truck coming that way, so right. So I'm on the pavement, so I'm just going to show the light. I'll wait till that truck passes, then I'll put the light on the phone. Well, it wasn't a truck, it was actually the Ember bus. But I'm not going to start shining lights about on this thing. Right, so I'll try and point it up a wee bit towards the beams of the bridge. So I don't actually know what's down there, but right, there's a car coming down this way. It's going to be turning left. It's probably the police, but it will be. Oh no, it wasn't. It was a taxi. Right, so I'm going to make my way back to the car. That's probably enough for now. I'll show you this as well. So it looks like they're doing work on it. Well, my mate, he's actually been across that bridge years and years and years ago, going way back to the 80s when he was a kid. He told me a story that he actually went across the Terry Bridge as a walkway, and there was a train coming and he shot himself. He had to make a run back for it. Now, I'm not going to name who he is, but he knows exactly. If he's watching this, he'll be told me a story a lot. It's before I say, well, it was early days like this when I was still at school, high school. I mean, I did adventures, but I wasn't quite as, I wouldn't have done that. I mean, I was a fast runner, but no, I was drummed into maybe railways, to be honest. I wasn't mucking around me. No, don't do that. Dangerous. Right, I would, like you say, that was something else. Like, I mean, you wouldn't do that again. I'd never done anything like that again. That's crazy stuff. But yeah, he told me that he got up there. This was way back, what, before a year ago, wasn't it? It's in the 80s. So right. I think probably the last one will be I'll head towards the docks, Stanagate area. It's Magdalen Green Park over in that direction there. There's a bandstand up there somewhere. Oh, right, it's time to go. Yeah, so yeah, it must have been terrifying for him when he went across there. He went so far and a train was coming towards him and he had to make a run back from it. This is just something that he told me he told us quite a few times that he did this in during the 80s. I mean, yeah, I'd done some daft things like when I was a kid as well, but I'd never would have done that. I mean, no, not that sort of thing. That was just No, I wouldn't have done that, like. So, but that would have been terrifying. Anyway, well, Stannergate. Let's head for it. Get this on. Get it lined up. That's fine. Right. Oh, pardon me. I could just do a U-turn and practically be a magnet for traffic. As soon as you do that, everybody in the world wants to come this way, no doubt. Always happens. For once, it never actually happened this time. Beast to do it. What's this? That's the police. No, it's not, it's a taxi. I thought, even if it was the police, it wouldn't have made any difference. They're not doing nothing wrong anyway. They'd probably, I mean, way back in the 90s, when I had my very first car, my mate had his car, he got his in 94, I got my very first car in 1995. He had a Ford Fiesta, and I had a Ford Escort. And we used to muck around in the small hours back then, in the mid-90s. There was a lot more car thefts back then as well though. So the police did stop you much more frequent back then, or at least we did. We always got, so we were up to silly clock numbers, you know. And when you seen the police, you were almost certain you would see the blue light flashing in the rear view mirror. Question you, ask for your name, all our names, addresses, where we're going. No, we were younger, well, we were early, late teens, early 20s, so. But nowadays, see now, right? I mean, the boy racers now, God, they're mental now. Kind of police, I don't think they. I think they turn a blind eye. I mean, you should see the way they carry on nowadays. Bloody hell. I mean, we weren't really doing anything like that, but we weren't doing anything wrong. But you want to see what some of them are like, the noise they make now, the speed they drive. I mean, bloody hell. Sometimes I'd come back from my mates, it's quite late on, even in the early 2000s and never. Small hours, I'm up at 3 in the morning and everything on a Saturday. But I was working Monday and Friday, so I never really wasn't doing shifts, it was regular hours. It was Monday to Friday back then. It was like 2003, 2000, 2001 and that. On a Saturday I'd come back from my mates. Sometimes the police would, you know, get so far along the road and be back home and they'd see the blue lights. And they'd just stop. It's a routine check, like, yeah, but it doesn't happen as much now. Touch wood. I'll say that and I'll get stopped on this, right? I'll bet you. As soon as I haven't been stopped for oh God knows. But I mean, not in the small hours. I go to places like, you know, filming. I think they must know who I am by now, eh? I've never done anything wrong anyway, on any of the occasions, so. If any harm, it was only harm myself if I was doing anything like going into any dangerous buildings, or I'd only put myself at risk, but I wasn't doing any harm to anybody else. You know, for veggies and stuff. So we are still wanting to do point to point with Stone Jennings and Key, and that's still on the bill, by the way. We're going to arrange to get another one made for those that like the point to point series, point to point challenges. That's Celeste Gardens on the right, by the way. There's going to be a concert there this weekend, in case you wonder what's going on. I don't know what the concert's about, I have no idea, because I just haven't been like that. But case you're wanting to know anyway. It's Thursday the 27th today, so it'll be the 28th Friday, 28th, 29th. So for the Friday night, Saturday night is a concert here in Dundee. Well, of course there's not much point in telling you that because this video will be up after that, I'm sure. So it's a bit pointless mentioning that. But, well, mentioning it anyway, so there you go. So I'm heading along East Dock Street now. Bloody fucking lights. So it was only about an hour and a half ago I was driving the bus along here back to the garage at the end of my shift, so this bit's a little bit mundane. But to get to the Stanagate in the most direct route, this is the route to go. So that's my work on the left. It's the bus stop, Explore Dundee. That's where I work. I've got 6 days rest days. So I get a break. So what do? I go jump my car and drive around middle of the night. 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm heading along Dock Street now. You can probably see the oil rigs on the right. I've already done a video on the refinery before, but so not particularly one to be doing that. It's not just that, you can't turn right into there on this road. You've got to come in from the left, which means you'd have to go and do a U-turn and come in from the left. You know, you can't legally turn right to get to the refinery, but anyway, I've been there loads of times and I've done videos on that. I'll do more in the future, but I just, not on this one. Go for that one. The Stanagate's where I'm heading on for now. So. So normally this road during the day it would be busy. There's 4 lanes of traffic. It would be normally 4 lanes busy, chock a block. But it's such a breeze at this time of the morning. I was going to say this time of the night, but technically it's morning, is it? So what is this one? This is 11. I've kind of lost track. It's been ages since I've done this. So this is Midnight Cruiser 11. Midnight Cruiser 10 was the one where me, Stu and Kieran done the exploration. Well, how do we look round the road traffic island, the roundabout, rather, the traffic roundabout, but Kerr Road one, and Scott 5, which is just at the top of that road on the left there, comes to the Scott 5 roundabout. There's another roundabout first would come, and then at the top there we get the Scott 5 before it meets the Kingsway. It's 5 ways, 5 roundabout. It's got 5 exits. Or is it 5 or 6? Some big machinery there that's quite interesting. There is actually wow, interesting to see that. Oh, I think it's the wind turbines. They're bringing them in parts, but there is an actual path I could walk along that I could get a view of what's going on there. Whatever, it looks pretty impressive from what I saw. Put it this way, it looked interesting from what I seen. I only saw a glimpse of something. Of what I saw, I'm curious to know what it was. But, so what I'm going to do is, so it's going towards the port. Again, there's security here, so they will be monitoring what I'm doing. That's for certain. So I'm just going to go around again, make it look very, very suspicious. When you try not to look suspicious, that's when you actually look even more suspicious. You know what you're better doing? Just getting on with it and being honest about what you're doing. If you try and hide what you're doing, they'll know that, they'll pick up on that. But if you're just not doing anything wrong, they'll ask wonder what you're doing anyway. But at least you're honest. So when you try and pretend to be inconspicuous or whatever it is, you'll just make yourself like a target. You'll be a target anyway, but you'll look suspicious because you will be not doing what you're honestly doing. If you're just being honest, be honest. If you're up to no good, then you're up to no good. And you'll be doing what you're doing. But I'm not doing anything wrong, so. But if I act like, that I shouldn't be doing anything, then you just look suspicious and you'll draw more attention. If you just do what you're doing, if you're not in fear if you're going to get asked, just tell them what you're doing. You're not doing nothing wrong. So, this is the stand again. I'm just going to do a U-turn. I'm not parking here. I'm going to park. And just the reason I did that is so you could get a view from this angle. You can see right down there, and you'll see when I'm heading back along. But there's a couple of things I need to do before I go much further. I'm going to have to get parked along here and then get down with the camera, show what I was wanting to show. But you get a view of the docks, the big cranes, the big pillars on the left there are the wind turbine towers. And then you've got the bit where the motor is. I don't know where the blades are yet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to park the full view of the cameras and full view of the lights, so I'm not trying to hide nothing. I'm not doing that anyway. I'm doing it because A, it's convenient for me, and B, I'm not trying to conceal what I'm doing. I'm not, blatantly making myself look obvious. I'm just parking if it's convenient, and I'm not making any effort to hide myself. So, because I'm not doing nothing wrong. If you do that, it just show more attention. So, but that's what I'm doing. Obviously, it's fair enough. It's their job, is it? But anyway, right. So I'm at the stand again, and I'm going to go down one of the paths here and get a wee. Look, I've done a video from here when they done the big monster move, the big 400-ton convoy truck and transformer started off in Dundee docks. It was heading for Alyth, and I got the footage. It's on my channel. Would move, so I'm going to have to find somewhere for a minute or two. Pardon me, I've got an empty stomach. I keep burping. Getting that, it's that Pepsi Max. Right, I'm going to get out for a second, then I'll do a bit of filming for you. I'm going to just get some filming done for a second. So this is the I'm not quite sure what everything is in there, but probably be alright down there anyway if there's nobody around for. So there's a cycle path along there and stroke footpath, but you can get a little bit of a view. That was quite a kind of isolated area, so it's got to be obviously be careful. But there's a lot of security, so it's unlikely anybody's going to be there to try and rob us. But then that's exactly what they want you to think, so you're more likely to. If you think you're safe, you're more likely to be at risk because you let your guard down, Right, so I'm going to get myself down towards. I couldn't look any more suspicious, so I don't really give a sh. They could ask what I'm doing if they please, but that's actually a cycle path, footpath, and heading to. So I'm not going into any of the ports or anything like that. I'm not crossing any boundary fences or anything along those lines. I know there's cameras everywhere, but it's an unusual time. But who cares? I'm not doing nothing wrong. So some sort of counter or something. So yeah, it's a bit of a lonely path. It's dark. It's the middle of, not the middle of nowhere if you don't know, there's nobody around, but there is actually the security in and around for a start. And there could be anybody about in there, you just can't see them. So it just appears that there's nobody around. But I want to make it a bit more like sort of a midnight cruise then. There isn't really an awful lot to see. Well, actually, there is an awful lot to see, but just not going to spend much more time. I'd have to get in a much more in-depth look come here during the day. Being dark at this time, I can't see much. Without really looking suspicious, probing around. And I don't have the time anyway, so just a brief visit, that's all. Right, so I'll probably just round the video off, otherwise it's going to be way too long. Can't really think of anywhere to go without making it too long. I don't want to make the video too long. I suppose I could show you the route along the Kingsway back towards the general area where I stay. I never ever film where I live, but I live in Minas Hill. I've mentioned that well before anyway, so I'll drive to that general Minas Hill area and I'll just round the video off. But I'll record the journey from here along the Kingsway, and you'll get to see the Kingsway at the back of 1 in the morning. There you go, there's a bit of the dogs. So there's a lot of stuff there. A lot of interesting things. I'm interested in it anyway, but yeah, there was a big transform move earlier on this year, and it was from the docks. It was part of the Aelith substation upgrade. Oh, listen to the water here. What was here? There was a hell of a lot of rain earlier today. In fact, this month has been a lot of torrential rain, a mixture. But earlier on the day there was a lot of heavy rain. So, but yeah, a big transformer moved from there. Filmed it on the video. Was coming, big convoy, big truck convoy. The whole thing weighed 400 tonne. It was massive. But it started off from here. The video, just look back on my channel, you'll see it. So, right, so I'm just going to start heading home. I'm going to go via the Kingsway and I'll just record the journey. In fact, I'll go up by the roundabout. I don't know. I'll end up in the Kingsway. I'll go there. I'll get there somehow. You'll see it in the video. Right, so yeah, I'll head up on the Kingsway along there and then I'll just end the video. It's actually a lot better. I might go via the industrial estate, via the Dryburgh industrial estate, and show what that looks like, because that's on route. Or if there's anything else to see on route that I think about, I'll maybe do it. I thought about Mains Castle. It just makes it too long. I'll see how I feel. I'll just show you. Make it up as we go. If I feel like going somewhere on route, then I'll do it. If not, then I'll be heading back. It's like, when I just don't have a plan. So I just didn't really. I just suddenly you go in the mood. I didn't expect to be doing this, and it turned out quite alright because I couldn't think of these ideas earlier on the day. So it's more spontaneous, if you like, random, just sort of on the spur of the moment. I didn't plan on this. I couldn't think. I thought I racked my brain for ideas what to do. I couldn't think of anything. It bugged me. It really annoyed me. Just so frustrating. I couldn't think of anything. So I said, well, I'll just make it up as I go along. But now it's sort of getting to the momentum. got more of these ideas, just kind of, because I just thought I'd share that, you know, just wee things like that, going for a wee run and visiting these places. And I suppose at this time of the morning as well, there's nobody around, you know, it's so much easier to get about. And no, I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't like to be living like this all the time, you know, it'd be ghostly. Shit. Excuse my language. I just couldn't really mind what way is the best way to get up to the. Bet that road's short. No, it's not. So I get up this way, I was just getting my bearings right. No, what was I saying? No, I wouldn't want to be living like where there's nobody around. No, no, I like seeing life. I like seeing people getting about during the day as well. And, you know, I wouldn't like to be living in it'd be eerie if there's nobody around. Oh no, I like company. I like company, but there's what I mean is at this time of night it's a breeze just to be able to. The roads are empty. You can just roll into all these places. There's nobody around to distract us. You get footage. You can visit them. Places like that. You get parked easily. No traffic. You get peace to do it. Peace to get filming. I can hear myself think. I was busy during the day. It's really noisy. Can't be able to think, distracted. Cruising around at midnight, it's easy, like, you know, except from being tired, like, because I'm absolutely fucking knackered. So, but I wouldn't live my life like this. I wouldn't sleep during the day and get up at night and do this. No, I like company. I like seeing life and people getting about. I don't like sitting in traffic, obviously. I don't like having to queue up, you know, obviously. I like to be able to just, if there's lots of busy queues and traffic, I'd like to be able to just, you know, no sitting there for too long, like, maybe a couple of minutes or something, then, you know, I don't mind waiting a little bit. So I'm just heading on the Kingsway anyway, but you got the big car showrooms on the left. DC Thompson's factory coming up on the left now. I did think about going to Main's Castle actually, but you know, go there at night, but nah, I'll maybe do that for another one. That roundabout that I just passed it was one of the ones I done on the last midnight cruise that I went in it, explored it. And the one coming up, the Pitcairn one, me student that came, I also explored that one as well. So if you look back at Midnight Cruiser 10, you'll see what it's like in that island, traffic road roundabout, traffic roundabout. So it's just to say, still heading on the Kingsway. I might deviate off into one of the industrial estates just to get some of the back roads. There's a Polish on the other side there, but yeah. Sure where the industrial estate looks like. At this time of night, morning. So it's 1:20 in the morning now. And as I say, if this was like 12 hours advanced in the afternoon, there'd just be nothing but traffic. You wouldn't hear yourself think. It'd be constant traffic. So, that's a primary route, it's the A90, Dundee to Aberdeen. If I'm going this way, I'll eventually get to Edinburgh. covered so far then, let's just recap what I've done. So started off at Venus Hill, went to the Amazon gates, or Riverside Drive, the warehouse. Then I went to the airport, the Riverside Inn restaurant car park to view the airport from there. Then I went under the T-rail bridge at the Dundee end. Close up look at the pillars, girders. Then I went to the Stanner Gate, and that went en route to Venus Hill, but I'll stop off via, I won't stop off, I'll drive through Dundee Industrial Estate. I don't get to see how quiet it is at this time of the morning. So it's just a wee huddle in the car in a way, I suppose. You're getting a wee, like the roads and a wee bit of the streets, as you can see. There isn't really much particular places I had in mind, as I said. Just kind of just made them up as I went along. Just went for a cruise, quite literally as it says on the tin, midnight cruise. This is Strathmartin roundabout, and this roundabout's an absolute nightmare getting out on a bus when you're crossing over the 22 route. Traffic doesn't slow down, it just keeps going. Oh, what's going on here? Road ahead closed. What? Be an accident, is it? Possibly an accident. It's no big deal, like, because you get to the industrial estate this way anyway. Oh, there's a policeman there. Yeah, there must be an accident. Yep, I think that's what's happened. I hope nobody's hurt. I hope it's not serious. I hope nobody's hurt anyway. It will be serious if we close the road, but I just hope nobody's seriously hurt. But I'm not going to, I can see an ambulance here. I'm not going to film that, obviously. You know, I might be wanting to know what's happening. I might be interested to know what's happening, but I'm not recording it. I could find out and tell you, but I'm not going to. This place are not closed as well. Bloody heck. What the heck's going on? I feel like getting out and turning to be nosy, but I'm not filming that because I respect, you know, people's privacy there, like, you know, I wouldn't have filmed that. But I want to know what's happened. Can't really be bothered. I'm going through the industrial estate, which comes out that way anyway, so this is turning into Dundee. You've got the Kingsway Farm restaurant on the left, car showroom's Audi on the right. I used to work here way back in 2001, factory where it was called Cedars. That was up just along a bit up there on the, not this left, but the next one. In fact, I've got an idea. I'm going to turn down this way. Actually, I used to, so if I turned up left there, in fact, come on. No, I'm not going to bother. No. There's not much to see, but I worked up factory there anyway. That was years ago, 2001. So this road runs parallel with the Kingsway. Now, if I see anything, I'm not going to. Well, the road's obviously open there. There's traffic, but I just want to learn what's happening. But I can only tell you, not filming any, you know, wreckages or anything like that. I just wonder what's going on. I could see something in the rear view mirror. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, get away from the lorry and not disturbing the truck driver. He's trying to get some shut eye, so I'm not going to wake him up. I'll get myself parked considerably further, so I'm not disturbing them. About here will be fine. And then I'm going to get out and recording nothing. See what I can see. Right. So, like I say, I'm just going to have a wee stretch over there just to see what's. So there is probably a recovery vehicle, but that's it. I'm not showing anything on my video of anybody's personal wreckages or anything like that. It's not in my video, and I don't do that. I could learn what happened. I could sort of I wouldn't be disclosing names or details or anything like that. But if I could say to you, if it's been a crash, I could say, well, there's been a crash. But that'll be it. You know, I can't go into any more than that. But I like to learn what's happening. Well, like's not the right word. I'm interested to learn what's going on. So I'll just show you the industrial estate as well. Well, in here, that's the purpose of the video. Well, not really anything in particular, it's just the streets at night and the quiet roads. But I've got something to do to check out first of all, and I'll continue on. So, Dundee Industrial Estate at 1:30 in the morning. And across the other way is Bird Avenue area, which is Drybury Industrial Estate. So I'm just having a look around. I found this very unusual tree as well, by the way, while I'm about here. It's just the way it's buried in the fence. It's quite odd. It's on the bookies, also. Just to understand how that could get like that anyway. Put the light on it. Unusual. Doesn't seem to be anything. Well, actually there's evidence of a tree there in this instance. But how it got into there is quite odd. But still, just clocked that as I was so yeah, there's obviously, you just have to if there's anything to report, I'll be on the news, so you just have to check the news like that. There we go. No, it was okay. A fellow person that's interested to know asking me what was going on. No, I thought I was a security or something, but it's not. No, it wasn't. No, it was just like myself, curious to know. You know, you see what's happened. There's been a crash, but no, I'm none the wiser actually, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't. I can't actually. There's nothing more I could say. I'll be on the news, whatever. That's what was. What will happen, it'll be whatever there is to see, it will be put on the news, like what's been suggested. So obviously I wouldn't have filmed nothing. I couldn't see any wreckage from what I wasn't actually going along there to I wasn't going along there just to look at that anyway. I was going along there for other reasons. So as I was going along that way, I just glanced over in that direction and I couldn't see anything. So, but as I say, I was heading that direction anyway for other reasons. And as I was going, the lights would catch my attention. I looked down that way to see if I could see what was going on, and couldn't see anything going on. And just like the bloke there asked me what was going on, I asked a person that was nearby the area as I was passing. I just wondered what was going on, like, you know, but there's only so much that's allowed to be, you know, disclosed, nothing really. So, but anything that is to be disclosed will be in the news, like. So that's what the suggestion was put to me when I asked this person that was nearby, like, as I was passing that way. I was going past that way anyway, and there was someone there that I just asked, and they said, well, they couldn't tell me, so they said it will be in the news, so I could relate that over to you. So, but I thought the car that passed me, I thought I was security, wondering what I was up to, but no, I was just wondering asking me if I know what was going on. None the wiser. So, but no, it could be serious, so it's not good. You know, it doesn't look good when you see police like that there, the road's shut, so I just hope nobody's hurt, but I don't know what's happened. But I just hope that nobody's hurt, like, yes. But I've no idea. I can't, as I say, as I was walking that direction, I was walking that way anyway for other reasons, and I looked down in particular because of the blue lights. I looked down that way to see if we could see anything. I couldn't see anything. So any evidence of anything. And even if I did, I wouldn't have filmed it. But I could tell you if I saw anything. I couldn't disclose any specific details, but I don't know, I'm none the wiser. But anyway, these things happen. So what am I here for now? Well, I had to come here for, there was other things I had to come here for, so I done them, and then also here to do this as well. So here we go, I'll just show you what there is to see. And now I'm just going to, I'll get that light off for a start. Now I'm just going to head back home. I'm just going to go along by the Kingsway, and I'll round the video off back at Venus Hill. So anyway, right, let's get chatting on. So where I'm at is where I used to sit here and have my lunch break in my car when I used to work at Cedars. Oh, going way back 2001. I had a Mark II Astra, but that was the type of car I had. I remember one particular time I sat here on my dinner break in my car when I had the exhaust off and there was no silencers on it. It was completely off. And I remember sitting just idling, and the noise, it was just kind of like I'd done a sound experiment. I left it was during the day, it wasn't a problem. I left the car idling and I walked this way. The traffic was passing, on the Kingsway. I could still hear it. I was like, bloody hell, that was a racket. It was just idling. I must have got a good few, quite a distance, 100, maybe 100 feet or something. It was quite far, maybe more than that actually. It was just ticking over because it was had a carburetor on it. It didn't have any catalytic converters. It was just a downpipe straight up with the engine. What a noise! It sounded absolutely brilliant, like. But yeah, I remember that particular time sitting there. I remember all the months I used to sit there, just pretty much in this area, just looking the Kingsway, having my sandwiches. And the work was just up there. In fact, what I'll do, on the way back to Venus Hill, I'll go past the road where I used to work, and then I'll head back to Venus Hill that way. Before I go to where I used to work, I'll just make it. Oh no, I thought, was that road open that time? I wonder if the road's opened. What just happened? I wonder. No, I was just going to say, I was actually checking back on the file, so I didn't know what was going on. No, it's not, the blue light's still there, I think. I thought the road had been opened. I don't know. No, I don't think it is actually. I thought the road was open. No, I was just going to say, with that, I didn't come here just to see that. I came here, that happened to be going on as I came here. So, I just wanted to make that point clear. I didn't come here just to see that. I came here for that reason. That just happened to be going on at the same time. I didn't focus in on that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't film anything that's like confidential or any accidents or anything like that. I wouldn't do that. Just making that very clear. And I wouldn't disclose any details, like any names or anything. All I would say, if something had happened, I would just say, if I'd saw a wreckage, I'd just say there was a wreckage I saw. That was it. I wouldn't go into any detail. I wouldn't be morbid enough to do that. I wouldn't. That's not what my videos are about. I just make that clear. I'm not doing that. But I was just curious when I was walking along there, and I was here. That was there anyway. As you know, I stumbled across that. I wouldn't have specifically gone there. Not that sort of video orientated for that. I don't do that in my videos. Just make that very, very clear. No, I don't do that. Right, what I'm going to do is... There's mud police. Ah. But the blue lights are not on it. I'll check what happened on the news. But Right, I'm going to show you where I used to work, and I'm going to get back. It's 2 o'clock in the morning though. Right. See, the windows steam up for some reason. There's a lot of condensation in the air. I have a lot of condensation in the air. I was going to go the other way, but I'm going to go just back on myself. I'm just going to go back on myself. I'm going to go back the way I come in. Now the blue lights are back on again because they were off for a bit, and I thought the road would open, but there's obviously no open. So there's more police there though. I saw more police. Just happened to see the more police there as I was passing. That's all. I'm not zooming in or nothing or anything like that. No, I wouldn't do that. I wonder what's going on. I'll be in the news anyway. That's what it says anyway. Just I'll be in the news. They're not allowed to tell us anyway. I mean, I understand. I'm not surprised. Like, yeah, I'm not allowed to tell. I'm not allowed to tell anything like that. You can't just go and tell Joe public. You know, it's confidential. Like, but I said it. I'll be in the news. So, as I say, I was passing that way and they were there, and it's just, you know, I'm just curious to. As I was passing, I said, "Oh, what's happened? Like, what's happened?" It's just, what's happened? I'm not allowed to say it. So, well, the factory I used to work in, really bugger. What the hell was that? Jeez, peeps! I never saw that before. It's just the way the building's all, graffiti, not graffiti, but artist. What the heck? I'll show you that, but. Oh, God almighty, I'm surprised myself. The factory, I'm going to have to turn, but the factory I used to work in was GAF. It's GAF kegs now, but it was Cedars back then. At that time, it was Cedars. I used to work there 22 years ago, and I used to go down to that place where it was at to do my lunch, but I'd park there, just here then. I drive into that bit there because I only had half an hour for my lunch. I didn't have a lot of time, so I couldn't go far. But that building there, I just saw an unconspildy place. It's so decorated. I'm going to have to use the car headlights to show you this because it's absolutely covered in, well, graffiti or art, whatever you call it. I don't know if I can get the light to show you that because I've got the headlights on, but there's a pillar there. I can't go any further than that. I think all I could do is just, that's the best I could do. I've never saw that before. Like, bloody hell. Cheesy peeps. What the heck is that? God almighty, that took me by surprise. Unfortunately, I can't get the light because of the way the building's up a little bit higher. I'll see if I can get along a bit. See if I can shine the main beam on it. I don't even know what all that's about. I had absolutely no plan on doing this tonight, by the way. I had no idea I'd be doing this tonight. None at all. It just randomly happened. Some artwork, is it? I don't want to say the word graffiti because obviously there's a lot of work. Is that a building that actually shut down or what then? I mean, I don't know. There's a skip there. Is that boards on the... What's actually going on with this building? Is it shut or what? It's boarded up, is it? Come on, I'm going to get it there. Look. Keep the sides lights. I'm going to have a look at that. Took me by surprise, that. I really did. I had no idea I was going to see that. I'm going to get a close look. I don't even care if that building's open or what, if it's shut down. So I'll turn it round. turn the camera phone up and put the light on it. I'll get a closer look at this because now there is probably security in that one there, so this wasn't the building that I used to work in, by the way. This is just another building. The building I used to work in was the one I showed you. This isn't connected to it. But I can't even remember what this used to be. I don't know what it was back then. I don't know what it was recently. I don't even know if it's closed. Well, I mean, I'm suspecting that it's no longer in use at this stage. But I didn't expect to be seeing this at the back of 2 in the morning. I didn't plan on this. This really has took me by surprise. Oh, the windows are broken. The windows are put in, so that looks like it's been... Oh, I don't want to be stunned any wet paint. What coverage of artwork. It's completely covered. Jesus. What the hell? That's absolutely bonkers. No, I don't want to go too far because I've left the car unlocked and I've got the windows open so I didn't steam up. So I don't want to be going at this thing. I'll keep it in my eye shot all the time. It looks pretty scary, like. Okay, now. I wouldn't have minded doing an adventure in there, but I didn't think I'll get in that. I wrote, as I say, I never ever break in. I only go into buildings if they're already open and do an adventure. No, I don't know just what. Well, there you go. As I say, it looks like it's it's going to be one heck of a clean-up job if they do sell this building on or whatever they're going to do with it. They won't leave it like that, surely. I mean, I'm going to have to... I've never seen it. Well, I have actually, but... There's a place in London now, is it? God, I can't remember, but it wasn't far from the centre area. Like under the bridge, it was graffiti all over both sides, or street art all over both sides of the walls and roof and everything. I can't remember what it was called now. It'll come to me eventually, but I did get a video of it on my England excursion series when I was touring around London. I only did that in spring this year, so you look back at my channel. I think it was a Westminster episode. It could have been EE4. So there you go. This is something new to me. I didn't realise it was a building like this covered. Stumbled across it. It looks pretty scary, that. Quite eerie. Especially when there's nobody around it. I'm back at 2 in the morning. I'm on. Right, that'll do for now then. Bloody heck, that was summing up. Right, let's get time to get back. Oh, that was quite smart, that. It's the car lights lighting us up. Car headlight. Well, no, the headlight, the side lights. So, I'm just going to get heading back to Minas Hill now. Really time to get out of bed. I'm just looking at the way the mist is. I'll show you. Now it looks like a fire over there, but it's not. There's a phenomena going on with these sort of images, with the way the orange light and that, and the way it interacts with this humidity in the air, and that's a fairly recent thing. I've never noticed it before. Now, I've mentioned things about strange anomalies before on things on my other videos, a quest. I'm going to be making a quest series soon, another quest episode soon. Yeah, it was certainly quite something. That's the time. That's where I am. 2:10 in the morning. No, it's just going off because of the ignition, but there you go. Right, so definitely now it's time. That's enough for now. So I'm going to be going back home. I'll record the journey along the Kingsway and up to where I started, more or less, which isn't where I live, but I live in Mineshill, but that's it. That's all I'm saying. Because I mentioned this right from day one on my videos that I've been there staying in Mineshill, and I've been there for 43 years. Well, first 5 years of my life, as I've mentioned before in my videos, I was at Cheviot Crescent in Fintry. And then the remainder parts, so up to the current date, I've been living in Mineshill, same house. So it's 43 and a half year. And 48, so say the first 5 years of my life was in Fintry, Cheviot. Now I've done videos on this, I've showed you Whitfield, which is next to Whitfield, all the Whitfield scan blocks pictures taken throughout the early 90s when I used to, 1991 in particular, and throughout the 90s of the scan blocks when they did explorations along the derelict buildings and that Whitfield scan blocks. And I went and showed pictures of early pictures of Cheviot. One of them was 1976 of the Grantham Gardens actually. It was shown from my dad's old Morris 1000 Traveller, and you could just see me in the reflection of the windscreen. I was just in the back seat, and because you could just make it out, and that was a picture I put up in one of my videos. I was talking about the Cheviot Crescent and that in Whitfield. That's where basically the first 5 years of my life I spent there, and then Fintry as well, Fintry Mains. But anyway, the video I can't really go on about that in this one, it'll be way too long. But anyway, that's when heading to Mineshill. So you'll see the journey from Dundee to Mineshill via the Kingsway. Right, so let's get this flat. The main journey as well, just to show you that as well. There's a head out from here. Probably have to do a little bit of research and Googling to find out what that building used to be. I can't remember what it was when I used to work next door to it. In fact, I'll go up by the top route along Dunsinane, which comes out the other end, which leads on to Kingsway eventually. Well, it comes out at driving, but instead of going back down that road, I'll go up the top route. So I'll be going past my old work again. One of my old works. Which is on the soil there, so it's on the right now. As I said, I can't remember what that building was. And my dad used to work here as well, way back in the 70s and 80s. He was an electrical engineer. Factory is just along of it. So it's just quite an eerie road, and it's also a lonely road. Especially where that sort of mist and fog, 2:15 in the morning, quite an eerie look about it. Driving the housing scheme on the left, and up my head there's driving multi-scheme just on the other side of that hedge. There's a bit of a boundary fence there as well. Absolutely knackered, don't get a bed. not have this planned at all. It turned out better than I thought. I thought it was going to be boring. I didn't think it would be covering as much as it did. I didn't realise what I was going to expect to be filming in the night. As I say, I had no plan whatsoever. I was just literally winging it. From the minute I pressed record at the start of the video, I was just making it up as I went along. And it turned out to be better than I thought, personally. I didn't think it would be, I'd be doing as much. I kind of got into the way of it, I got into the swing of it, then I stumbled across a few things that I didn't expect, like that building covered. I had no idea that the King's Out was shut. I had no idea that was going to happen. No idea. That was just took me by surprise. I didn't expect to be doing the Standard Gate at the airport. I had no plan. So I just literally just randomly went to these places. Because the roads are quiet, I don't have to worry about too much traffic. I can just sort of go anywhere I want without having to worry about, is it going to be busy, am I going to be stuck in traffic getting there, cars that distract you. You tend to be more focused when there's, more focused on where you're going. Well, you always are when you're driving, but what I mean is you're more focused on your destination when it's busy, because you don't really want to be pushing feet about when there's a lot of traffic. Like you'll be held up in traffic if you take turnings, you'll be queuing up, you'll be saying, well, to go somewhere randomly you'll be having to wait a blooming queue for no reason. But when there's no traffic, you can just turn up there, no bother at all. There's no any problems, because there won't be any delay, if you know what I mean. That's what I was trying to say. Like, obviously you're focused on what you're doing, you're driving all times, no matter what. But what I meant is when the roads are really busy, or busy during the day, you're more interested, shall we say. You're more interested in just getting to where you're going. It's not so much fun randomly driving around when the roads are busy. You're just more interested to get to where you're going. But when the roads are quiet like this, you can just sort of, you feel more free to go anywhere, because there won't be a big tailback or traffic to contend with. You can just go there where you feel like, because there's nothing there to hold you up. And then of course when I say that, what happens? I forgot about these bloody roadworks, traffic lights, but they're actually in my favour for once, because the sensor's working, you see. I was just saying that you don't get any hold up, so what happens? Blooming red traffic light, roadworks. But no problems. But, so I'm just heading up Barn Drive to Minas Hill, and I'll just pardon me. When I drink a can of juice, I get every last drop of that can. I always done that. I've always done. Why should I waste anything? It's like when I eat meals, if I have a plate of rice, I'll eat every last grain of it. I do, I've always done. I clear the plate. If I enjoy a meal, I always clear it. I'll eat every chip that's edible, unless it's, some of them are maybe a bit burnt or something that I'll leave it, I won't eat them. But all the good ones, most of them, if it's all good, I'll eat every one. Every last drop. So I'll just I'll end the video where I started the video. Minas Hill's a big scheme, so there's lots of places in Minas Hill where I could, start and end the video. But I'll just use the same one in this instance. But it's been a good cruise anyway, midnight cruise. It's been better than I thought. I really didn't expect to cover as much as it did. I didn't think it would go the way it did. It went it was actually alright, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a bit boring, a bit shit. No, actually felt quite good. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I hadn't done one for a while, and I was meaning to get that one done, and that didn't work. So that's where I'll end the video. To where I started. It's what I do every day for a living. I drive the bus back and forward to the start, round in circles all day long. Destination is right back at the start, at the garage. Tired them. That was quite, as I say, it was quite alright. But sometimes it's better just to do random ones rather than, as you say, plan them out. It's one thing, but I could not think of anywhere to go. I had absolutely no idea. Mine was just, I was just mush. Couldn't think of anywhere. It was so frustrating. Sickening. The weather wasn't that great either, but it turned out a lot better. Earlier on I was thinking about where to go, and I was just feeling shite because I couldn't think anywhere. And then it was raining, and I thought, that's going to be great, is it? But no, it actually turned out better. I feel I actually enjoyed that more than I thought, just doing randomly. So I might do that next time. Sometimes better just to do it randomly. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna have to get up the road and get a cup of coffee, pot noodle. That's my supper, and then into my bed. Yeah, I always have drunk coffee before I go to bed. I've always done that. I always have. So, and I do get to sleep, no problem. And I always have something to eat before I go to bed as well. Nothing heavy, but just like noodles and a pot noodle. No, I always have one. I just sounded pot noodle. No, I'm having that curry pot noodle. Some people just laugh at me when I say I have a pot noodle for my breakfast, but it's true, I do. Sometimes I use, well, sometimes I did. Like when I was on that holiday at Berwick with mates. She just laughed when I said I'm having a pot noodle for my breakfast. I say, I'll eat anything, but I don't have a set way, I just eat whatever I feel like. Well, within reason, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm not hungry, I'll eat anything. If I'm not hungry, I'll eat something. And that's it. But I get through the video. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Just see what else I put on my channel, and thanks for watching another episode of Midnight Cruiser. Midnight Cruiser 11. It's the first one I've done in a while. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Okay. Got lots of videos coming, just see what else I put on my channel. I'll be making more of these as well. More of the Midnight Cruisers. Bye for now. Okay. Bye.